Hello everybody. So it is time for me to first of all give captain to somebody that isn't myself because no, okay, give you captain, yes. But anyway, it's time for me to make a fool out of myself and try to explain how I at least think DPSing works. Because I don't think I'm the best DPSer for PvE, like that's not something I would say I'm a specialist at, but I understand it decently enough to where I can make it work. Anyway, I'm going to start swapping to all my PvE gear. I explained before what I use, but I'm going to go over it again because, there's no reason not to. After I make sure everything's good, yes, okay. So, I have the full Infinity Shard set, of course. And as you can see here, the bonuses that you get from this set are pretty nice. You get 50 crit strike and, what is that, 52 attack? Yeah, on top of the other things, like a little bit of accuracy is nice. And of course the weapon itself is a pretty good base damage, and the stats are really awesome. The attack's low, but you also get some from the set bonus, so it's actually, if you could add those two together, it's technically what you get from the weapon. It's only plus 7 because I one day decided I would throw in a bunch of 110 stones that I had left over from enchanting some armor pieces. And it went to 7. I missed only 1, so that was nice. And then my armor itself is socketed more or less the same. There's 2 crit, 2 attack, and then it varies between crit and accuracy or crit and attack, just so that I have a little bit more. Hold on, I'll use my 1-hour scrolls. You know what? In order to do damage properly, I'm gonna have to pop a panda candy too for the attack speed. I could also be damaging those mobs, but I'm too busy explaining, of course. What else? Okay, power shards are just the green ones. I don't feel like using my red ones, although I could, but I don't want to. 4k DP pre-farm so that I can use a bunch of 2k DPs. And then, other than that, okay, this is the fun part. Since I'm a channer, WoW benefits me, but I can only do it for myself once. But if you have 2 channers, what you can do is totally use the other one to give you WoW and just swap a cleric or something that doesn't need Ward of Wind for, if you do have 2 channers. There's a chance that you won't need WoW for both teams, and for this setup we definitely don't because one team has the casters in it, the other one's just the attackers, so. And I'm not even in the caster team, so I don't technically have to heal too much, so I get to go full out damage. Obviously, it's really good to be a healer, but I just want to test it out this time, so I'm gonna go hardcore damage, and I trust these guys to keep themselves alive. Okay, so let's look back at my stats again. Everything is correct, right? 1017 attack. I'm gonna pop a new food just so I don't forget about it later. Yes, okay, I only have 3 accessories. I could use all 5, but you actually gain less 1 for 1 compared to the Karoon, so I only use 3 of the in-range Hyperion ones, and then the other 2 are Karoon, and same as the belt. I don't have a good belt. So I'm just going to recap, and these are the stats pretty much. 1240 crit, 1017 attack, and 3160 accuracy. Perfect for this instance. Well, I mean, it could be better, but this is pretty good for me. Make sure everyone's buffed. Okay, let's hope I don't make a big fool of myself doing this, but I think I'll be okay. One thing that sucks though is that the AoE is like, the mana drain really hurts Channer. Because our damage, you need to have mana for every skill pretty much to do, like to use them, so. I have to run away from that, and that does hurt the damage a little bit. We'll see how it goes though. And I'm just going to cut off until we get back to it, so. Okay, we're about to start. I forgot to mention also. What was the thing I wanted to mention? Crap. Oh, the cannon gives me 1.2 attack speed, which is nice. Oh, my stigmas, there we go. I have an instant ability match with Blessing of Wind. I still believe in this setup as optimal and ideal for doing damage. Alright, can this thing die? Yes. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to do anything tricky or run around to make my attack better. I'm really just going to be attacking the entire time. I will save using my 2k until some debuffs are on it to do a little more damage, I guess. It doesn't really matter though. Alright, make sure my parser is running actually. Alright, here we go. I'm not even going to use WoW actually. Is everyone here? Yep, they better be. And they all got it. Good. course, weaving is important, and you do the whole trick where you like hit a skill and then you weave as you're doing it. I don't really have to emphasize how this stuff works, because if you do DPS, you should know by now how to do weaving in between all your skills. I still mess it up, granted, and I'm using Word of Protection, so I'm actually weaving in between Word of Protection, Word of Inspiration, because I care about the team too, to an extent. Oh, it didn't hit someone. Well, I just totally screwed over this Sin, but it's okay, he'll understand. Well, he missed out on the Word of Wind, but it's all good. It just means I get to do more damage, technically. Because if you think about it, the boss has a set amount of HP, so your damage will be relative to how much damage everyone else does. It's not a matter of you doing more. I mean, technically, that it still is that, but you also have to take into consideration the fact that the boss can only take so much damage before it dies, so everyone's fighting to get the most out of it. And mobs like this, of course, spawn out when they have no target as they spawn. Okay, let's see. Cast Ice Energy. Mana Drain. Yeah, I have to walk away from that. It's like 1 second of damage lost. Oh no. Oh, and Incandescent Blow isn't even off cooldown when I'm using that chain. I mean, other than this, I can't really explain too much in terms of the damage. Again, walk out of that. I actually don't know if he's running away from us, and if he is, then I shouldn't be running off like that. But I'm not paying attention enough to what he is happening to the Templar, so. Of course, aerial sleep, super annoying. Or sweep, not sleep. Your target is too far away. Also, trying to do max damage while talking is definitely not ideal. Oops. Where's that mob going? And you also want to get your damage off on these mobs because they take more damage than the Hyperion does, shock and surprise. Uh-oh. Sorry, melee. It's okay, I didn't hit any of the healers. It doesn't really matter. See, this is what talking does. It distracts you. I'm so bad. And I'm going to use my last Marchutin's Protection because you hit more often when you have WoW, so better to use it now than later when the boss is about to die. Okay, here comes an aim. And a shield. I'm gonna get any of my parrying skills off on these mobs. It's really hard to do that. At least I can get the knockdown procs off, because a lot of us knock down this team. They're wondering why the gladiator is marked. Well, guess what, guys? I also have a vice captain. Yeah, damage these hands for more damage farm. Woohoo! Alright, see, WoW is out in 16. I'm gonna take advantage of this, that having Vice, and swap the channel myself so I can just move the cleric out. Okay, they want me to do it after the next Dairy Howl, whatever, I'm not picky. Okay, another etheric field. Your target is too far away. It'd be really nice to get aggro off one of these to start with your parrying skills up, just so you can parry them. I mean, that's like a small thing you can do, but you don't really have to, I guess. Depends on how hardcore you are. Yeah, we'll just say every time you want to do something that I'm not doing, it's just because you're more hardcore than me. Sounds like a valid excuse. And I'm not being lazy at all. Okay, we're not going to do WoW till the next set of ads. Oh, protective ward was not needed. It's nice when people pay attention, because usually they get hit by this stuff and it hits everyone. Well, not usually, but more often than not. How much is my Promise of Wind doing? Or Blessing of Wind, rather? Well, it's not even landing that much. Okay, I'm not sure if he has another shield up. He might. Find a Hand! He doesn't have one, okay. Just gonna wait for these mobs to die. I'll swap them now. And then we'll just wait and see. Cast Powerful Eye Energy. Okay, he got me. Awesome. Teehee. I have no idea who that cast it on either. My attention is very strained between many things. Trying to explain without making redundant statements. Because, like, there's not really much more I can say that I'm doing different, besides the fact that the boss also moved a meter in this direction, which isn't bad. Also depends on your team being able to handle healing themselves. So, if your clerics are good, then all this stuff is fine. What I'm doing, not healing at all. Okay, this mob's gonna reset for sure. Reset multiple times, but that's more damage for me to farm. It's gonna reset again, because it still has no target, right? Haha! Whatever, it's technically more damage. I'd say that these ads are actually a way to bypass the whole boss only having a certain amount of HP. Because they take less damage, and they can reset a bunch, so you can just do more damage. It's like damage exploits, if that such a thing is even existing, and you can actually use that term. Right, bro. There's my mana back. Oh yeah, in this setup too, I have my own mana skills. What am I thinking? Okay, I'm out of sync with my weaving and skills. Let's see, it's better. Okay, let's see, there's a mage up here. Mage, of course, #1 target. Awesome, I get to use my parrying skills. I'm just gonna save my Blessing of Wind for the boss, probably. Well, actually no, it's better on these mobs than the boss because it actually does more damage. And the boss is gonna have a shield up for a while, so yeah. Okay, let's see. My lucidity's been refreshed the entire time too, so thankfully I'm not derping in that respect. Alright. I don't know what direction he's facing, but it doesn't look like backwards. Yep, because I got knocked down. Oh, he's over there. I'm like running to the person getting hit by the AoE. Here, I'll toss a heal to the cleric just for that. Okay, aerial sweep, followed by takedown. I was starting to wonder if using magic-based skills on the mobs that, or the boss rather, is the worst idea than just using it on the mob. Because it'll hit them better for one, and also, I don't know, it just seems like it. I don't really think it matters though, it's a couple hundred points of damage. And this mob is in reset mode times 100. Haha. All my fault. Oh, finally there's a target. Alright, since the mobs are all dead, might as well toss a heal. Oh, the boss's shield is down. Okay, we're almost at the end, and I can't believe I don't have frap spray still to do this. Because I was running out when I was, I just used that for the hell of it. Uh-oh, the cleric DC'd in my team. Or maybe they didn't relogged. Okay, phew. That was going to be very dicey if that was the case. Dreadful hell time. Oh, I think they are DCing. That sucks. Guess I have to heal a little bit more now. Ruh-roh. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna pop a Etheric Field. I got all my mana is now gone, officially. Which may or may not hamper my ability to do damage. It definitely will. Okay, I'm gonna pop Word of Quickness, assuming I have mana. Yes, I do. Oh, crud. God, I'm just letting myself get drained so much. It's bad. I'm actually almost dead. Oh, this is probably gonna kill me. Oh, no, okay. My whimper there was like, oh. Yippee! Oh, my head first loop, but then I let go. Oh. Let's see what the verdict is for damage. Not too bad. I'm below those that can do more damage, but since, like I said at the start, I think your damage in here is really dependent on how well the DPS in your team do damage. Because, like, if they're not doing well and the boss takes a long time to kill, for us it took, what, 14 minutes, I think? Yeah, 14 to 13, whatever. Then I think you can do more damage overall just because you can get more stuff in between. Could be wrong, but that's how I look at it. Anyway, let's open my box. Yeah, brogans that I don't need. Alright. Okay, I probably set the skin for those to actually make back the scroll that I bought. So yeah, let's take this time to look at the individual skills, I guess. Could you do more on a Chanter? Probably, I don't know. I don't think myself is like the best damage. I think that's probably like the shortcoming for me. My Godstone went off 4 times, I think. No, it went off more than 4 times. 5 times, yeah. I'll just make this stuff appear on the screen because it's stuff I can't really show because it's not an ion. Of course, using good old rain meter. 737 auto attacks for almost 700k damage. That's good. Auto attack's so important in this instance. Anyway, guys, you take care. And as for this video, I don't really know what the purpose was other than for me to show that I don't do the best damage, but you can do pretty well. Ta-ta.